The details on Bethesda's upcoming Fallout 76 are trickling in, slowly but surely, and we're starting to get a clearer picture of what this all-online Fallout title will bring us. Although it will not feature human NPCs, it does look as though it will throw a ton of strange, scary, and deadly creatures our way nonetheless. We at COGconnected have gone through all the bits and pieces of information out there on the interwebs and put together a complete field guide to all the creatures in Fallout 76 we know about. So far anyway. Keep in mind that some of the following details are mere speculation at this point, based on a combination of fan wikis, articles, and videos such as No Clips, the Making of Fallout 76 documentary. Pictures have been included where possible. The Mothman is a creature from recent West Virginia folklore that became somewhat well known with the release of the film The Mothman Prophecies. It is described as a winged beast with piercing red eyes. There's no official confirmation that it will appear in the game, but fans have speculated based on this picture and the fact that a Bethesda employee was wearing a Mothman t-shirt in the No Clip documentary. Word is that Mothman will stalk players, especially if you stray too far into the wilderness. Fallout 76 will also apparently have a whole museum dedicated to the history of Mothmen, or Mothmen, based on a real-life location. Based on a mythical Algonquin creature said to inhabit northern North America, the Wendigos are a new enemy in Fallout 76. In appearance, they look like very skinny ghouls, but with a malevolent grin that implies a bit more intellect than a ghoul. They also seem to have long, dangerous claws, and presumably they will pose a serious danger as enemies. Mega sloths, new to Fallout 76, are much like sloths in real life, except these ones are giant sized, towering at 9 feet tall or more. They are covered by fur which often has mushrooms growing on them. They have sharp teeth and they are 3-clawed on each appendage. However, unlike real sloths, these mutated monsters can apparently run very fast and are aggressive, so they presumably will not make for cuddly pet companions. They have 2 known variants, diseased and sluggish. Another new folklore-based addition to Fallout 76, Flatwoods monsters are strange, pink and or purple alien-looking creatures that lack a lower body, suggesting that they maybe hover or float above the ground. According to PC Games In, they are based on a supposed incident in which kids saw an alien crash in the 1950s. We don't have any information on them other than that, but they look pretty freaky. The name doesn't sound so scary, right? But careful, these aren't the harmless little guys you're probably expecting. In Fallout 76, they are giant mutated beasts carrying their eggs on their backs. Their weird reddish eyes and large fanged mouth seem to imply that you'll want to be wary of crossing their slimy path on your travels through the wasteland of West Virginia. Another first-time Fallout 76 edition, folklore-inspired Grafton monsters are huge, golem-like brutes with massive upper bodies, and lacking a defined head or face. Their bodies are gray and hairless, and they have relatively small legs. Judging by the images we have, they will do major damage using their enormous arms and hands. The Fallout 76 E3 gameplay trailer shows them on the cover of the Tales from the West Virginia Hills magazine, which looks to be a collectible series of magazines scattered around the Fallout 76 environment, similar to what we've seen in previous titles. If you watched the Fallout 76 E3 trailer and wondered what the dragon-looking like thing was, you probably saw the Scorch Beast. It's a winged gray creature with clawed appendages and large ears, giving it a bat-like appearance. It can fly, of course, and in addition to the standard claws and teeth, you'll be thrilled to know that it also uses a powerful sonic attack to lay waste to your beautiful newly built houses and fortifications. Lovely. Another of the Fallout 76 creatures based on local folklore, the Snallygaster, looks like a big brown lizard that runs on hind legs. It is a hostile, aggressive attacker that uses claws and a tentacle-like tongue to whip at players. It has been described as a dragon-like demon that haunts an area outside of neighboring DC. You'll find them in higher elevations and nuclear strike zones. Presumably, they will be one of the creatures to appear after players launch nuclear strikes. There is one known variant, the glowing Snallygaster. While not animals or monsters per se, these little robots will still pose a serious threat to players in Fallout 76. They look like little scurrying robot spiders with a single glowing eye, and make up for their diminutive size by traveling in packs. According to the Fallout Wiki, Liberators also have Chinese inscriptions and red stars on their paint, hinting at their foreign origins, possibly as support for a Chinese invasion force. We don't know much about Conqueror, other than that it will be appearing in Fallout 76, we only have a vague and blurry image to go on, which seems to depict a shadowy humanoid that walks on 2 legs. There's also a Scorched Conqueror variant known so far. These guys look to be about what you would expect, giant ticks. They are black and shiny, and it's assumed that they will scurry quickly on the ground towards helpless players. And no, wearing a flea and tick collar won't be quite enough for these ones. This creature appears from the pictures to be nocturnal and has glowing orange eyes that almost seem to be backlit somehow. That means it could be an animal, or it could be some sort of robotic device. This creature appears to be a sort of skinny, longer-bodied version of a DEATHCLAW. Like the DEATHCLAW, it has big hands with razor-sharp talons. Judging by the picture we have, it can run very fast. It could very well turn out to be just a DEATHCLAW, but we don't know yet. Called by one Reddit user, Mole People, all we know about this creature is that it appears to be a humanoid in a hooded robe, and it seems to use bipedal motion. It has greenish skin and wears some kind of mask. The idea that it maybe lives underground comes from its proximity to a mine shaft in images we've seen. Although not officially unveiled, this creature appeared in the Fallout 76 E3 gameplay trailer. It looks like a giant wasp or bee, with a series of hives growing out of its back. And sorry, the hives appear to contain swarms of smaller bees or wasps, not delicious honey. The trailer shows it running on the ground, but it's yet to know if it can also fly. Even if it's limited to running, this looks to be one nightmare-inducing critter. Our favorite murderous reptiles make a return in Fallout 76, looking much like they did in previous Fallout titles. Long claws, huge legs to propel them quickly towards prey, and huge fanged mouths will make Deathclaws the scourge of West Virginia. 2 variants are known so far, glowing and disease glowing, but details on these are scant at the moment. Last seen in Fallout 4, feral ghouls once again make an appearance in Fallout 76. From the images we've seen, they look much like we have come to expect, and presumably move and attack in a similar way. No word yet if they'll still be hoarding silver forks and pocket watches, but stay tuned. Fallout 76 adds a sort of faction of ghouls called Scorched, who are semi-intelligent and able to wield weapons, as well as the usual melee attacks. Although we have little to go on when it comes to information about the Scorched, the making of Fallout 76 documentary seems to show them wearing a bit more clothing to make them visually distinct from other feral ghouls. They will be fairly common in the game, and will act as kind of a replacement for the usual human raiders. Super mutants will be back as creatures in Fallout 76. Images obtained so far indicate that they will have a similar appearance to those we've seen in Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4. So far, we know that they will have a Super Mutant Enforcer variant, but no other variants have so far been announced. Let's hope that there are at least a few behemoths along those country roads, as a Fallout game just wouldn't be the same without them. In addition to mole rats, Brahmin, cats and dogs, the making of Fallout 76 documentary also mentions intelligent plants and 2-headed possums. We don't have any further details on these beyond their mention. Polygon also says that Fallout 76 will generally have more animals and monsters, upwards of 63, than usual Fallout games, in order to make up for its lack of human NPCs. So far, that's what we know about these creatures you'll encounter when Fallout 76 launches on November 14th, 2018 on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. We'll keep updating our information as it gets divulged. Know of any creatures in Fallout 76 that we haven't mentioned here? Well, for God's sakes, let us know! And don't forget to subscribe for some more COGconnected videos.